3, and we are jumping into the game. And in the bottom left corner of the map, it is Haxgg, the yellow Protoss player on Overgrowth, and he is not doing anything fishy so far. And how is it up in your top right corner there, Patrick?
It's creeped up, Frank. It's creeped up. I can't move. I can't move. I repeat, I can't move. Advise, over. It's Xilogh, the purple Zerg player over here.
Definitely. Alright, also no real strange shenanigans from Xilogh right now. So these players are not going to be doing fishy things. We see Haxgg making a pylon at the choke of his natural. This probably signals that he will try and wall off there and take a quick expansion, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Nexus first before Gateway.
Oh.
With such a pylon, but I could be mistaken. It still can be a Forge expansion. I mean, I haven't seen one of those in a long time, unless you're trying to cannon rush your opponent.
Forge Expo, that is old school, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not really. It comes down to stylistic preference. Still, I think some players still like to Forge expand, but that's like, I think only like 10% of people do that nowadays in PvZ.
Well, that makes it an advantage, right? People don't expect it.
Yeah, it could be. But with a pool first, you know, it's not like cannon rush is an option, but it's going to be a Forge. So, Haxgg is just, excuse me, Haxgg is just going to very calmly expand over here. And I think he's still trying to bait a response out of his opponent with this probe there.
Mm-hmm.
Finally goes away, and yep, going to check the third expo later. For now, allowing Xilogh to get that natural expansion going. There we go.
There we go. Blep. Blep. Do you know that there's an entire subreddit devoted to cats that stick their tongue out, like that, and it's called Blep.
I'm not sure if that information is of any pertinence to my life, but yeah. Thanks for enriching my life experience, I guess.
Thank you, man.
Now I know. And knowing myself and the stupid way my brain works, I'll probably go and check it out after the cast. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. I hope I haven't wasted your evening.
I'd just probably be doing something else stupid otherwise. So, you know, no harm.
Productive procrastination, that's us.
Yes, that is the definition of most of my days, actually. So, pool finished, expansion finished, third base being taken, no gas as a result of that. So, Xilogh is going to be playing the good old 3 base, and wait a minute. Okay, I thought that was a probe.
Me
Luckily,
too.
it's a Zergling, and that Zergling is checking for cannons, which good job.
Because if we look at the vision from Xilogh, he actually does see the, of course, he does see the forge. So yeah, he might be thinking, oh, there could be a cannon there.
Exactly.
Is it Spanishiwa who at some point popularized 3 bases and then take all gases at the same time?
Yeah, that was probably him, but
not sure.
That build was kind of crazy. I mean, he only built queens and drones for the longest time. I mean, not even Korean pro gamers at the time were that bold as to not get any gases for like 8 minutes or something.
Alright, but we're at 5.5 so far, no gases. Let's see how long I can keep this up. Third hatchery actually finishes, so
yeah, it should be taking double gases reasonably soon now. 6:30 at most, I'd say.
All right.
Not too sure about the timing. I mean, it's still a month since I've played Starcraft, even though I do play Zerg lately. Oh, there we go. Double gas is going down.
Actually, guys, if you want to come to Bootcamp, then do qualify. But if you don't, then also watch the stream, because on the Saturday we're going to have a very informative educational stream where we're going to have different themes each hour. So we're going to have different hours with different themes, and for example, scouting could be a theme for an hour. Where for a full hour, the 2 coaches will be discussing games that will be played by the people actually here. and then focusing specifically on the theme of that hour. So let's say scouting, for example, or timings, or build orders, or responding to your opponent. And it's going to be very educational for the people watching the stream as well. So if you're wondering about this kind of stuff, so like when do I build my gases? In response to what information do I not build gases, or do I build gases? Or in general, what are like hints that I can take from scouting my opponent's front, for example? Then do tune in for Bootcamp. It is going to be an educational stream. It will not feature the highest level of play, obviously, because we're going to have trainees there. But it is going to be more educational, I would bet, than watching a pro gamer play. Especially with the commentary.
Yeah, it looks like back to the game for a bit. By the way, guys, definitely do that. I'm going to be doing that myself if I can. But speaking of this game, look at the building positioning of Haxgg's building. Basically, the angle at which this overlord is flying in and this overlord is flying in, they're going to see absolutely nothing.
You mean at the top, right? The building's at the top, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. The Twilight Council is out of the way, and this is actually crucial because Xilogh, what he's doing, he's playing the absolutely most standard 3-base Zerg game you can ever imagine.
Right.
That's been played since, I don't know, like 2011 Wings of Liberty. So, you know, he hasn't yet gotten even link speed.
Okay, but there's going to be a bunch of Blink Stalkers in his third
and he's
soon.
not going to be able to kill them.
Right, okay, this might be a problem for him. Right.
Because we have 6 gates, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, like 1 or 2 more get added on, maybe, in the course of this battle, but in the very least, the third base is going to go down. Yeah, double upgrades are a good thing, but, you know, they're not done yet. Roach speed only just now started. It's going to come down to how quickly this attack comes in and how successful it will be.
And there we go. Attack has started, taking out Overlords first. And these roaches are... there we go, the blink kicks in, and these stalkers, they blink back as soon as they start taking damage, so they can keep shooting all day long.
Yeah, they need to start taking those roaches down, though. Just, like, ignoring the hatchery and just taking down those roaches. Because, you know, even if you do take down the hatchery at the cost of too many stalkers, then you retreat, and then what? A roach counterattack maybe comes in, the Zerg does not rebuild the third base, and you don't have any mortals. I mean, I don't see a robo facility on the field. So I think Haxgg is just going to try to finish the game with those stalkers, and Xilogh is going to have to, you know, make sure he does not lose too many roaches and just kind of bide his time until he has enough numbers. He can't even use lanes to cut a portion of these stalkers off once they use their blink. That's the thing. That's the thing.
His attack upgrades and defense are going to finish just right after this fight, unfortunately. And I think the roach numbers are declining too fast now for Xilogh to keep up.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his third. He has no more roaches to speak of. Some more are gonna pop out right underneath all these stalkers, so I'm afraid they might, oh, actually, no, they will probably escape. Is this the end of the game for Xilogh? I'm not sure.
Not yet. I mean, he can still try to prolong it a little bit, but I fear that the number of blink stalkers has reached a critical number right now. And look at the blink micro coming out of Haxgg. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least the front lines of the stalkers, you know, they're staying alive long enough to outlive those roaches. Most of, or well, not most, half of those stalkers are critically wounded, so that could play into the Zerg favor if you can take those wounded stalkers out. But I don't think those healthy stalkers will allow them to do that.
There's a big supply block for Xilogh now as well, so this is looking very bad for him, I think.
Yeah, it is. He can't even produce any more units. Those 7 roaches out of the last units for him.
Alright, time to get into the score screen. This means that Haxgg is up 1-0, because this is a best of 3.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed it is.
We're gonna go into game number 2. Loser picks.
Yeah, that means the loser picks the next map. Alright. I see people in the chat using Dutch terms for roaches. Kakkerlak. Kakkerlakken.
Oh my god.
Kakkerlakken. Kakkerlakken.
I need to. You mean in the Twitch chat? Or?
In the Twitch chat, yeah.
Twitch chat. Let me just find that word that I will not be able to pronounce.
Kakkerlakken is how you will pronounce it, probably.
Alright. I'm trying to find it. I don't see that word. Oh, here it is. Kakkerlakken.
Alright, thank you, Feuerhex, Faz SC2, Phobos SC2, and Bami Pangang for following us on Twitch. You guys are awesome, thank you. Dump that. Oh, actually, we have a sign up. That is pretty cool. For Bootcamp, welcome Handronimus. He will be playing from the next qualifier on, I imagine. That is pretty cool. Welcome to the game, man. That's tough. Alright, the lobby is actually getting created now by the admins. This is going to be the second game between Haxgg and Xilogh. Right, Xilogh. Cool. Do you think there's time for one more commercial? Yes, there is. I'm going to show you another commercial that I got.
Okay.
Incoming. Alright, did you see that heatsink? No, you didn't, because you'll see it in another 2 minutes. But that was some really sweet images of a new heatsink that is coming out from Cooler Monster, so go and check it out. I think at some point we're going to make, maybe put some links to these products on the website. That would be cool, I think. Definitely. Alright. Both players are ready, and we're going to start the game. Oh my god. Still looking forward to it, Bell. And like we said, this is the first round of 8 match, so this is a best of 3. And currently, Haxgg is up 1-0. This means it is match point for Haxgg. If the Protoss wins this game, he is through to the semi-finals of tonight. You know, getting closer and closer to that spot in DSCL Bootcamp. In my living room, of all places. Best place.
Well, we could see, one of these players now has to play differently. And I wouldn't say it's the Protoss player. I would say it's the Zerg player.
Yeah, Zerg. I think we can say that he took a risk in the first game. He said, "Well, I'm just gonna play uber greedy and see if my opponent is aggressive or not." Well, I think Xilogh now knows that Haxgg is capable of being aggressive, of pulling off kind of like a hidden, because yeah, it was hidden, a hidden a blink stalker attack. So Xilogh will have to change up his game. Yeah, definitely. I don't think he can say to himself, well, that was just dumb luck. I'll just try the same thing again, because if this is Haxgg's playstyle, then no. Xilogh's playstyle from last game is not something that he has to keep up.
Yeah, definitely. Because, we have a Protoss who used one of the oldest builds ever.
Yeah.
A 2-base blink all-in. Even, like, without an observer, I might add. And that's, some players just defend this with burrow roaches, and if they see it coming, they just get burrow really quickly.
Burrow?
And spine crawlers. Build a bunch of spine crawlers, and then you're probably going to hold. And ooh,
that's a spawning pool.
That's okay. That's normally timed spawning pool. Maybe slightly faster. I didn't catch that entirely. Maybe it was a 13. I'm not too sure. Doesn't matter too much.
Forge.
Forge first again. But versus a pool first, that cannon rush is never gonna work. But the Protoss player could still pile on, block the expansion. Unfortunately, he missed the timing, as the hatch does go down between 2:35 and later, depending on how good your drone micro is and if you sent the drone down on time, etc., etc. So, Nex is going down as a response.
Pretty cool.
And the Overlord from Xilogh is probably going to find out what kind of opening this is.
Yeah, that is if he does fly down. And I imagine that
it doesn't
he will...
have to.
No?
It doesn't have to. A gas should be being built right now. If this is
yeah.
a gateway expansion. Or
Okay,
you know,
but
pylons should be, in the very least, should be in your main base.
good point.
So,
all right, good point, Balnoir. Yeah, so this is how, from the lack of certain buildings, you can also deduce lots of stuff. All right. If he actually does want to scout the front, he's gonna have to do it fast because there's a cannon going up there.
Now, forge expands are good in a number of scenarios. Like, for example, they're really good versus baneling busts. Because you know, with a gateway opener, you don't have cannons, and you have only so many force fields. Then you have to build additional buildings. You have to have really good SimCity. Especially on this map, you can just blow off the destructible rock on the top of the ramp, and then you have free run inside with your banelings and lings. It's also good versus like road rushes off of 2 bases. Not really seeing those in the longest of times. So you know, Xilogh, he knows that busting that ramp would be probably suicidal versus an opponent such as Haxgg, so he takes a 3rd base, and he's probably going to play the same build as he did in the first game, but this time he should be a little bit more diligent with his scouting.
I think he made slightly more Zerglings this time, but yeah, he's got 3 of them at the watchtower, so that's not a very efficient use of those 3 Zerglings.
Exactly. He should be positioning at least one of those Zerglings near the ramp of the Protoss player to see when and if a probe comes out, or a unit, or whatever, and occasionally check up the ramp if the forge is spinning. If it's not spinning, it's probably not going to be a quick ground timing. If it's spinning, then you can probably expect quick aggression. And the other ling you can also position at the potential 3rd bases of the Protoss player to see if the Protoss is going for a Stargate into a very quick 3rd base. Neither of which at the moment Xilogh is doing, so he's playing completely blind.
Yeah, if you look at his vision, well, he did have the Overlord inside the main base for a while, but he has wisely retreated it. Actually, he's flying back in now.
Yeah, he should, because you need to. I mean, even if you're doing like an Immortal Sentry all-in build, you put down the Robo Facility slightly before 6-minute mark. So you know, any kind of tech you're building is going to finish before the 7-minute or around the 7-minute mark. So you need to start your Overlord scouting like 40 seconds prior to that. And he is going to see that Robo Facility and 2 additional gates.
That's nice. Good scout.
Nice scout. He's not going to see... Oh yeah, he's going to see the Observer leaving the Robo Facility.
And another one.
But he doesn't know if this is an Immortal being built right now or an Observer.
Nope.
But, you know, he can kind of safely say to himself, well, this is not going to be an Immortal all-in, because he would be rushing Immortals instead of building an Observer, so he's playing defensively, and he's probably going to try and take a 3rd base. Or attack slower, so I have time now.
He has seen absolutely everything inside Hax's base.
Including the forge.
Including the forge, yeah. So this is good. Time to, well, the puzzle has been revealed. Time to respond accurately. Or, not accurately, I mean, what word am I looking for? Appropriately. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, nice. The Observer spots the Hydrogen going down.
Yeah.
Now, this could be both good and bad for the Zerg player if he attacks with, like, sort of quickly, with a lot of Hydras and Speedlings, because this time around he did not go for the double upgrades without speed. He did get the speed for the Lings, so he can use those units actually. They'll be useful. And he did get only 1 Evolution Chamber. So he can go for a +1 Hydra Speedling timing, and if he does this quickly enough. Now, keep in mind, Merry-Go-Round is sort of a small map, so, you know, creep spread will always help you get those Hydras there faster. What's more, it's going to help you on the retreat if things go awry. But if he wants to catch the Protoss player with his pants down, now is the time to do it. Second Colossus in production.
I think it's safe to say that Xilogh did change up his game.
Oh yeah, he did. But so did the Protoss player. But time's running out. The Zergling is going to run in. He sees 1 Immortal. Okay, so he knows, well, you're not Immortaling me. You're not doing the parting. Now, the question is the Zerg player going to have balls enough to... Or enough balls, or, you know, hard enough balls? Whatever.
What?
Yeah, you gotta have balls of steel, brass.
You're just digging a hole for yourself.
I know. I'm not making this sound any better, am I?
Oh.
So is he going to have enough courage to strike at the Protoss player before Protoss entrenched and established? I mean, with two Colossi on the field, the Protoss player should be well off, and he's taking a third base.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so yeah, like you said, if you got this bunch of Hydras standing around, they're not going to get any more valuable over time. Right.
Yeah.
That's basically it. So use them while they're still at their maximum efficiency versus the Protoss army.
I mean, the strength of the timing is in its speed and in the fact that you gotta strike, like, it's in the numbers, right? But the big weakness of that attack is that you are attacking with Lings and Hydras, both of which are extremely vulnerable to Colossi fire.
Yep.
What he still can do, however, he can still try to take out the third base. If he knows about it. Does he know about the Protoss third base?
Let me check. He does not. He has no idea, actually.
Huh.
No. Actually, he did take out the observer for Haxgg as well. So, and Haxgg has not queued up a new observer yet. So I'm curious to see if he's going to replace that observer that he lost. Nope, he's going to continue right away in Colossus production. So no new observers. Let's see if he actually... Yeah, one observer left, and it's with the army. Actually, it's in front of the base. So there's only one observer left. So both players actually kind of playing in the dark right now.
Now there goes the Link. Finally finds out that the third base is alive and kicking. Cannon does get a kill. Good job. An immediate move out from the Speedlings. Look at this.
Wow.
Crossing the map, trying to assault the third base. Now the Sim City around that base is not perfect, so the Zerg player might be able to get something down there, especially since the entire army of the Protoss is not in between the natural and the third base where it should be, but up the natural, up the ramp. So it's going to take quite a while before they get there.
Here we go. The flood of Zerglings streams in. Two cannons there, and actually, I think he might just swarm around and take out the cannons as well. Is he gonna make it though? The Protoss army is closing in. Only shield damage so far. Nope. That's a retreat.
Oh, the Hydras! The Hydras! The Hydras! No! Oh my goodness! Oh, that was such an expensive loss.
Yeesh.
And the rest of the Hydras are retreating. Oh, they could have finished the Nexus from below.
This was 300 damage on the side of Haxgg. 2 cannons lost. But it was a lot more damage on the side of Xilogh. So that was an unfortunate move.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it almost worked, but in the end, he lost a bunch of Hydras. He did lose. Well, not a bunch. He lost 8 Hydras. Come to think of it, but he did lose a lot of Zerglings, 52 Zerglings. That was his entire meat shield, and now the Protoss is going to counterattack. No Spire finished just yet. +2 is not done. No Roaches on the field. Hydras, well, the Hydra speed finished, so that's going to help, but not much.
Not much. I mean,
fortunately, only one sentry with this army, so not too many force fields.
No, but I'm with all these Zealots, I don't think he needs force fields. I mean, look at these Zealots. They're just as good as force fields. Yeah, actually, they are vaporizing against these Hydras, though.
Yeah, they are. But all the Protoss player has to do right now is, I mean, he's going to knock out that third base. Potential Muta switch incoming. Too late. Too little. Too late. There's just enough Stalkers on the grounds to deal with them, and base trade situation would not be advisable, I don't think, at this point. So all the Protoss player has to do is micro the Colossi and let the Zealots do their thing.
Yep, and he's also warped in a lot of Stalkers for support right now. Yeah,
those are going to take care of the Mutalisks. By the way, those Mutalisks have absolutely no upgrades. Whereas the Stalkers have +2, so that's...
Look at this. This is going to be a bunch of new Zealots warped in. Alright, army positioning crucial here. But I think that this Protoss army is just very tough to beat right now.
This is too much. I mean, those Mutalisks are
actually
fight as well.
Yeah, but the Zealots get taken out right away, and so but still, it's just too much. I think.
It's just too much firepower here. The Colossi will fry the Hydralisks, and probably the Stalkers will take care of the rest of the Mutas, and that's going to be game. More Warpins needed, however. 4 gateways just about to finish. There's the GG from Xilogh. So
that's it. Haxgg wins his 2nd game in a row. That means he wins the match and advances to the round of 4. Yeah, the round of 4. I'm saying that right. That is pretty cool. So congratulations,